G'day, it's Jeff and Wilma here at Budrum, and this afternoon we're making a video. It's a video for Atila at Serbia, a YouTube friend who asked me to describe in closer detail our embedding tool for beekeeping, for putting the foundation onto the frames. So what I've got here is it's a piece of wood, 520 long, and it's 40 by 20 in dimensions. So what I've got is 4 2-inch bolts and nuts. So they're bolted through the wood, and I've tapered these bolts down to a sort of a blunt chisel. So they can push down on the wire with these 4 blunt surfaces.
No, it starts to blur.
Okay. So you sort of have them spaced out so that they pretty close to the outside of the wire. Then you have these two bolts in the middle. They just hold the wire in place so that when you apply the heat to the wire is not going to twist and distort all over the place. So you've got the 4. Now what you've got is here a 12 volt battery charger, and we have the alligator clips that come with the battery charger, and they're just connected to the 2 wires of our embedding tool. And I have one short and one long so that the alligator clips don't touch each other, so that you don't get it arcing. So you sort of regulate the length of the wire like that. Now, getting back to this, you have one wire attached to this bolt here. So I have a hole drilled in the wood side, and I've pulled it down fairly tight. Now with the other wire, coming over this side, I've got a piece of building strap. It's just a bracing strap that you use on buildings, and I've got 2 screws holding that down, and I've got the other wire attached to one of those screws, and so this wire comes back, joins the other wire, and then I've got it taped with some insulation tape just to keep it in place and keep it all nice and neat. So it looks a bit untidy with bits of wax everywhere and that, but anyway, so what you do is when you push this down to the, you can see that spring, it's kind of spring loaded. So when you push it down and you make contact with the head of that bolt, this bolt here, and you've got these bolts pressed against the wire, you complete the circuit, and then you'll get current will run through the wire and heat the wire up, and then it'll melt into the wax. So coming over here, you've got your frame that's wired up. Now you have a piece of wood just the right size so that the frame sits on that piece of wood, and the weight is resting on that wire. So what you do is you place your foundation on there, just sort of centralise it, and just put your rest it on that bit of wood, so that all the weight, you've got this is all in the air, all that frame is in the air. So then you just take your embedding tool and you just push each of those 4 bolts onto that wire. So can you get a close up of that, Wilma, and zoom in on that? So all you do is press on that, and you can see the wire actually because of the weight of the 4 bolts pushing on the wire, you can actually see the wire melt into the wax, and you're only holding the switch down for a split second really. It's only a very short time. If you put it down too long, it'll melt the wire straight through the wax. So you just need to same thing on that one. So see how that goes. See? And then I'll just sort of let it cool down, and then just give a bit of a twist so that it doesn't pull the wire away from the wax, and do the same thing on the 4th one. So anyway, so that's our wired up frame. And had to cut the honeycomb out of these. They've only just been recently done, and the bees made a real mess of them, so I'm just redoing them. So I didn't bother to rewire them, so the wires are a bit loose, and that's why they're a little bit darkish in colour. So I'm just going to do the same thing here. Just shows you what goes on. I see a lot of people are using plastic honeycomb now and plastic foundation, but I like the wax foundation. Anyway, we'll close now, and we'll catch you later. All the best now. Bye.